So of course you're going to need a plastic gun thingy. I went everywhere looking for one. I didn't know it was going to be so hard. I went to Walmart, Target, a couple of like the 99-cent store, and I ended up finding this one at the Dollar Tree. Yay, Dollar Tree! And it even does this. Oh, fancy! But I got this white one so I could paint it well. They have some pretty cool ones online for actually really cheap, like on eBay, but since my convention is in a couple of days, I had to settle for something that I can buy in store, so a plastic gun. You are also going to need black and white paint, and I'm also going to use a marker to draw on the design because I can't just do it with paint. You're going to need some paintbrushes, of course. Look at my paintbrushes. Some paint to paint the gun if you're going to paint it. If not, then you're perfectly fine. Some red fabric and maybe some glue, a sewing machine or a sewing needle so we can sew this onto the stick thingy. And of course you're gonna need some sort of stick thingy. I'm probably gonna use this chopstick. If I find something better, then I will use that instead, but this is all I found right now. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get started. It's already definitely sticking better. So I'm going to go ahead and give this about 2 or 3 coats of just silver paint. I'm just going to keep painting, letting it dry painting because I want it to look good, and then we're going to add some like shading details so it'll look a little bit better, and then we'll get to the bang pow whatever part a little bit later. Alright guys, so now that it is dry, I actually accidentally just like chipped some paint off of that. That was an accident, I'll repaint it. But to make it look a little bit more realistic, I'm using black. I'm just, you can do it however you want. Like I know some people just grab a little bit of black and then like try to remove some of it and then make shadows. That makes it look more realistic. If you think it's a little bit too much, you can grab like a wet towel and wipe it off. Here, let me get closer. So to make it look a little bit more realistic or like used, I think it looks cool, just try to make some shadows, or you can wet your paintbrush. I've done that before. Like wet it, grab a little bit of the color, then when it's really wet, just add like a line and maybe wipe it off a little bit. And so I'm just gonna do that. I don't really have a method. I kind of just like do random spots and maybe wipe it off a little bit, or just do it with the paintbrush. And you can use your finger, whatever you want. If you don't even want to do this, you don't have to. I just think it looks kind of cool. Actually, your finger works pretty well. I might use that. And maybe I'm gonna add a little bit like of blood splatter just because it's cool. Blood splatter is cool, of course. So I will be back with the end result in a little bit. Alright guys, so I painted it a little bit. I didn't want it to look like super dark or anything, so this is kind of the result. I don't even know if you can see it very much. It does look a little better. In my opinion, this is the back and this is the front. And I think it looks a little bit more realistic-ish, or it just looks better, like how it looks a little bit dirty. I just like painted it on and then wiped it off with my fingers, or just did this. And so that is the gun. You don't have to do any of that. You could just leave the silver paint. So now let's get to the thingy on the front. Oh yeah, I forgot to say you also need some scissors, but I'm going to do this after I do the little flag banner thingy because I just want to see what size I want to make this first, and then if this is too big, then I can cut it. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the shape of how big I wanted it to be. I'm going to cut a little bit more than what I want. This is very crooked. You can probably see, but this is sort of, I want it a little bit smaller, but I just want to see the sizing. You can compare it to like the gun to see how it's gonna come out. This looks very long, but you also have to make it a little bit longer than you want because you're going to fold it and then the sticky thingy will go in there. So after cutting it a couple of times, I decided on this length. I'm just going to bend it a little bit here to put this thing in there. But anyways, okay, so before I start the design, I did sew it. Probably red would have been a better idea, but I had black in my sewing machine, so I just did black, and I'll just cut these. But yeah, I did make the little slip where my chopstick go? Where'd it go? Okay, anyways, I found it. So where this is gonna go through, let's put this through. So yeah, it fits. So this is what's gonna hold it. Woo! So now on the right side, which is this, which the better side, I guess, we're going to go ahead and draw the design. So now let's get started on the design. You could honestly draw whatever design you want. I'm gonna go with the bang design. You can do pow or drop something else on there, but I'm just gonna do that. I'm not very good at drawing, so hopefully you guys are. I'm gonna go ahead and outline it with this marker because I can't really do it with pen, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in with my paints here. So hopefully this does not come out too bad. I hope I don't mess up because you can't really undo Sharpie. So let's try to do this. I'm gonna try to do it a little bit big. Oh, I'm nervous. Alright, so I did this new design. It didn't come out super horrible, so that's great. So now I'm gonna draw the bang inside. So I'm just looking at this picture or something similar because I'm not really sure how to draw that on there, but oh, wish me luck, guys. I'm not very good at drawing, but let's try this. Okie dokie, so I finished drawing. I know it's not amazing, but I think it came out okay. The end is kind of wonky, but I will fix that with the paint. And now I'm going to go ahead and start painting the background. I am going to do this white, and then the letters I'm going to do black. I think I might just go over them with my Sharpie a little bit and then do paint. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm probably just gonna paint it, but actually I'm gonna do the white first. So I hope this works. I don't really use like this acrylic paint on fabric, so I'm not sure how it looks. It kind of looks okay. Hopefully it'll dry okay. I don't know if it needs a couple layers, but we'll see. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this whole thingy majigger or whatever in white. Alright guys, so I have painted most of the white part. I am going to actually I try to do a couple of coats, but as you can see when it's dry, maybe a little bit here, I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see the red, so I'm just gonna go ahead and paint the black while I let this dry, and if it needs another coat, of course I will just give another white coat, and I'm going to do the letters in black, and then after I do, I'm going to do the white parts in the middle. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and paint it black while the white dries. The good thing about this is actually if you mess up, like I messed up a couple of times, it's not really that bad because you can cover it and you can just paint right over it. Like this bee, I kind of messed it up, but hey, you're just gonna paint it so you're not really gonna see it. Alright guys, so the black definitely was easier. This is actually taking longer than I thought. I was gonna be really quick. But the painting's taking a while. The black is, since it's darker, I guess, pretty much just one coat is fine. So now I'm gonna go ahead, since the white's pretty much dry, I'm gonna give it another coat, and then I'm going to fill in the little dingies on the letters. So here's how it's kind of turning out. Sorry, I have to do a voiceover here, which I'm pretty happy with how it looked. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this the chopstick in there. I did paint it brown, so it was just all brown. I just making sure that it fits, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on it so that it sticks to the fabric. I'm just kind of making sure how long I want it to stick out, how long. So here I am putting some glue. I only put brown paint at the end because that's the only spot you're really going to be able to see. So here I am gluing things. Glue is so helpful and so fantastic for cosplay. Yay, glue! So again, sorry I have to do this part as a voiceover. I couldn't talk while I was doing this one. So I'm just gonna let that dry for a little while, and then here is the part where I kind of messed up. I'll
talk about it a little bit at the end. I did just glue, like I put the glue on the chopstick and then I glued it to the gum, like the very tip, which was a bad idea. You definitely have to secure it. So I would suggest drilling a hole or something inside so you can stick the chopstick or stick or whatever you're using inside the gun so it'll actually stay. That thing did not stay on for even like 5 minutes. It was my fault, but actually I did like how it turned out, even though I did not really use it at the convention because it broke, but I do like how it turned out. So right after this, I'm gonna have some pictures.
One very last tip, guys. I already went to the convention and the stick part broke immediately right when I was there. I'll show you guys the results. I really liked it, but that was my bad. I should have not done that. So you can see this one has like a little hole. So I absolutely recommend putting the stick inside. If it does not have a hole or not big enough, drill one and then glue it inside, because it definitely does not hold if you just put it right on top. I don't know what I was thinking, but that was the only thing that I would change from what I did. I really liked it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys are enjoying my cosplay related tutorial videos. Bye guys, I'll see you in my next video.